What is going on, everybody? I am Brandon, aka The Frustrated Gamer, and today we all find out together whether or not the Frustrated Gamer has ADD. Now, I've talked to you guys about this from time to time. My girlfriend Sam is in the medical field, and she basically always tells me, Brandon, you have ADD 100%. According to her, there's like 9 symptoms, and I basically have like all 9 of them. So I found this thing. You guys sent me this link. I guess because I talked about it, I got like 15 people send me this exact link and told me to make a video on it. I think Markiplier might have made a video on this a couple years ago, but I'm pretty excited. It's called Totally ADD. So whatever this test says has to be 100% accurate. I don't even have to go to a doctor because it will tell me for sure whether or not I have ADD. Do I have ADD? Are you totally ADD? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a problem with memory, distractions, focus, restlessness, forgetfulness. Okay, I feel like they're already describing my life. Follow through and organizing. Note, this quiz will give you a sense of whether or not you have ADHD or ADD, but it will not replace a full assessment by a doctor. There are 18 quick questions. The first 9 explore inattention and focus. If what we are saying is describing as a yes, hit yes. I don't think whatever. If what happens infrequently, then select no. Do I have ADD? Let's find out. Okay, like I said, I have a feeling I know what this test is going to tell me, but let's go to question 1. I have poor attention to detail. I actually don't know if that's me. I often make small mistakes, I skim when I read, I rush things, I mess up dates, I get details wrong, or make simple errors because I'm not paying attention. Now see, I do have a poor attention to detail, but I think I'm very aware of it. Like, look at this. I have like 15 notes on my counter of video ideas that I don't want to forget about. So I think I know that I have a bad memory and a poor attention to detail, but since I'm aware of it, I try really hard to make up for it. So I'm actually going to go no. I'm going to say no. I am off to a great start here, guys. I am easily distracted. Darn fly. Darn fly. What was I doing? Who are you guys? I am easily distracted. I mean, I don't even have to read the description here. The answer is yes. I struggle to finish long, complex tasks, even leisure activities. I may do something else, or I end up doing several things at once. I mean, yep, I'm gonna go yes, and I'm gonna move on to question 3. That one doesn't even need any further explanation. I am a poor listener. Again, I don't have to listen to I don't have to read the description. I can't even read, apparently. I wonder if that's going to be a question. I can't read. I mean, I'm the worst listener ever, guys. I will be looking right at Sam telling me something, and I'll be nodding, and my mind will be wandering off into space, and I have no idea what she said. She'll be telling me, like, what to get at the grocery store, and I'll be nodding, and then on my way out, I'll be like, hey, what was I supposed to get? And she's like, which one did you forget? And I'm like, the whole list, because I just wasn't listening. I often tune out during long conversations. I may appear to be listening, but my mind wanders. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I just said. And I miss what's being said. Sometimes I even lose track of what I'm saying, or I go off on tangents. I mean, you guys have seen my videos. Sometimes I go off on these tangents, and I just keep talking, and I move on, and I'm talking about things that aren't interesting, but I think that they're interesting, and I keep going, and you guys probably click off of the videos. Okay, you guys get the idea. The answer here is yes, and I'm gonna move on to question 4. All right, so far 2 for 3, or 1 for 3, depending on how you look at it. I don't follow instructions well. I don't know if that's true, actually. I don't think that's true for me. I prefer to jump right in rather than read the instructions, guides, or recipes. Okay, never mind. Again, for any of you guys have seen my videos, anytime I go into a new game, you guys will see, I go to the instructions, I look at it for like 4 seconds, and I'm like, nah, I'm not reading this. And then I usually die in about 4 seconds. I struggle to stick with routines, schedules, or plans. I know what to do. I just don't seem to do it. See, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one because I do have schedules and routines. I'm a very routine person. I think sometimes I have ADD and OCD because I like to do the same thing every single morning, night, when I go to sleep. Everything is kind of regimented, but at the same time, I don't read instructions. I mean, like I said, look at all these notes. I love routine and organization. But I do jump right in. I'm actually going to go yes because the main title says I don't follow instructions well, which is kind of true, but I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. Question 5, I feel disorganized. See, that's another one. I don't think I feel disorganized. I got my notes. They might not be the most organized notes in the world, but I do have notes. I have trouble organizing my work or home life. My to-do lists feel overwhelming. I often procrastinate, unsure what to start or where to begin. Okay, see... this depends on whether or not I like the activity. Like, if I'm doing YouTube, I can lock in and work for hours at a time and stay ultra focused. But if I don't like it, I usually procrastinate. Like, back in college, if I had like a 15-page research paper, oh man, I would save that baby for the last night, and then I'd have to do the entire paper in like 5 hours because it was due that night. Oh man, I'm really 50-50 on a couple of these. I'm gonna say no. The last one I was 50-50, I went yes. This one I'm gonna go no. It really depends on whether or not I like the activity though. I avoid tasks that need to be sustained mental effort. Let me read that again because I don't think I read that correctly. I avoid tasks that need sustained mental effort. There we go. I wonder if one of them is going to be I can't read, because that would definitely be a yes. Again, this matters how much I like it, guys. Again, YouTube, guys, you know, I work a full-time job. I'm an accountant, so I have to do most of my YouTube work on the weekends. I will work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on YouTube, Saturday and Sunday. I will be locked in for 12 hours straight. My girlfriend's like, hey, get some lunch, and it's like 4 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh, geez, I forgot to get lunch. But that's things that I like. If I don't like something, like if I'm at work and someone tells me to send an email or like write a long report, sometimes I will forget or I won't pay too much attention. I struggle with jobs that demand focus for a long time. I dislike routine, repetitive tasks. I hate paperwork, but when I'm interested, I'm super focused. Okay, that was it right there. That final sentence solidified it, guys. I definitely have ADD. When I'm interested, I'm super focused. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go yes, and we're gonna move on to question number 7. My favorite number is 7. Let me know in the comments below. What's your favorite number? I often lose things. See, this is another thing. Because I'm so OCD, I will literally put the remote control in the exact same spot. I have my phone in the exact same spot. Look at this. I haven't looked. I know exactly where my phone is sitting. Right here. It's right next to me on the couch every single time. I don't even have to look at it. So I really don't lose things, but I would if I wasn't like that. Again, this all plays into the fact that I'm aware of the fact that my mental capacity is lacking at times, so I know that I need to put things in the same place or I will lose them. I often misplace my phone, keys, TV remote. I just had it a minute ago. I lose important paperwork. My homework space is cluttered, piles everywhere. Okay, well, that's kind of true. I do have piles of things everywhere. You just saw my pile of notes. Again, I'm 50-50 on this one, man. I'm really 50-50. I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna go no. I don't think I lose things too often. Although, here's a story for you guys. I was talking to my cousin on the phone about maybe 5 months ago, and I was like running around my apartment looking all over the place for my phone. I was talking on the phone while looking for my phone. At one point, I was like, his name's Rocco. I was like, Rocco, I gotta go. I gotta find my phone. And then I realized I was carrying the phone. Okay, we're gonna move on. I am easily distracted. I mean, I just did the little bit with the fly coming around the room. Again, I don't have to read this, but I am easily distracted. I'm easily distracted by conversations, noises, activities around me. I'm often lost in thought, one idea after another, imagining ideas or situations. I'm smart, but a bit absent-minded. I'm a daydreamer. I mean, this one is if I could click the yes button 15 times and vote yes 1,000,000 times, I would, guys. I'm a big-time daydreamer, especially when I'm doing things that I'm not interested in. YouTube is on my mind 24/7, guys. It takes me forever to fall asleep because I'm literally thinking of what I can do next on my channel. When I'm at work, I should be doing something. I should be writing an email or filling out a report, and the whole time I'm just like, all right, there's that new Baldi's Basics mod. So what can I do with Minecraft? Because I'm loving that series right now. I'm always trying to find a way to build the channel and get ahead. So yeah, I'm a big-time daydreamer. Always have been. Question 9, I am forgetful. This is another one, guys. I have the worst memory in the world. If any of you guys watching know me personally, you know that my memory is just gone. I mean, I'm like an 85-year-old man with my memory. I often lose track of what I was supposed to be doing. I am bad with dates, names, or appointments. I forget to bring okay, guys, I am the worst with names. My best buddy in college, we call him Rumi. His name's Kevin. He just got married about a year ago. His girlfriend, fiance/wife, whose name is Ashley. I remembered it now. I could, no offense to Ashley or Kevin if they're watching this video, because I think he watches my videos. I messed up her name for like 4 years, and I went to college with her. I saw her like 3 times a week, and I could never remember her name. And she's not the only one. I forget names all the time. People at work that I work with like every day, I'll walk in and just completely forget their names. Yeah, my memory's awful. I've bought things, then realized I already own them. Oh yeah, I have one of those Amazon, I don't want to say her name because then she hears me. The Amazon Alexa. Okay, I don't think she heard me. So you can add things to your shopping list on that thing, and I'll add olive oil like 15 times. I'll be like, add, I don't know, hedgehog food for Percy. And she'll be like, you already added hedgehog food 34 times. Would you like to add it a 35th time? Yeah, the memory's terrible. I'm going yes there. Okay, so that was question 9 of 9. I scored 6 of 9. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Sam told me I was going to be a 9 out of 9. I only got 6 of them. That's the 9 inattention symptoms. You've finished part 1. Your score suggests inattention is a problem for you. What? Oh, come on, man. I mean, I kind of knew that. I had a feeling, so I think the first section is for ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. I think the second half is ADHD, which is more of the attention deficit hyper disorder or hyperactivity. I thought the first one I would do much worse on the second one. I don't think I'm as hyper as I am inattentive. So let's see what this says. While most people struggle with some of these symptoms, that doesn't mean that they have ADHD. They could be stressed by major life activities, events, or any number of medical issues. See, I'm gonna blame it on a medical issue. I was born with a bad memory. It's not my fault. It's my mom and dad's fault. I know they're watching the video. It's your fault that I have a bad memory. It's not mine. It has nothing to do with the fact that I just don't pay attention. About 4 to 5% of adults have ADHD. They struggle to focus, distraction, and attention. These challenges are ongoing, undermining their best intentions in many life areas. Next, let's look at the hyperactivity 6 questions and impulsivity 3 questions. Okay, let's move on to the hyperactivity section, but apparently it's a problem for me. I thought 6 out of 9 wasn't that bad. That means 3 of the symptoms I didn't have. Although basically all 3 of the ones that I said no, I was like, I'm kind of 50-50. So like the 6, I was like, yep, 100%. And the 3, I was 50-50. So if you do 3 times 50%, that's 1.5. So I kind of got like a 7.5 out of 9. Okay, let's move on to part 2. Are you ADD part 2? You probably don't bounce around like a hyperactive child. Speak for yourself, Test. I bounce around all the time. I really am. I'm very antsy. I like pace the floor when I'm talking on the phone. Like I tap my finger. I bounce my foot up and down. I click my pen. Oh, that's a classic. When I'm at work, I click my pen basically like 7.5 out of the 8 hours I'm there per day. People have told me to stop. They're like, who's clicking their pen? And I'm just sitting there like, but I'm not paying attention, so I didn't even hear them yell at me. Okay, let's move on. You often feel restless, driven, like there's a dynamo inside you. Wow, that's actually kind of true. I'm very driven about things that I like. Like I said, guys, basically, I came home from work one day, I started a YouTube channel, and like 2 years later, 1.5 years later, I haven't missed a single day of uploading. So I do have a dynamo inside me sometimes. Maybe you're impatient, on the go, thoughts racing, sometimes tumbling, ricketing? I don't even know what that word is. As you pour one idea after another, you may crave excitement and trying new things, or highly stimulating activities with a big payoff. Okay, question 1. Physically restless and fidgety. Yeah, I fidget, I tap my foot. Okay, that's true. I doodle. I'm not a big doodler. If you guys ever saw my Draw My Life, look up The Frustrated Gamer Draw My Life. I'm the worst drawer in the world, so I think that might be why I don't doodle, because I just feel bad about myself when I see my doodles. But I do fidget a lot. Like I said, I click my pen, I bounce my foot, or I shift in my seat to help focus. Oh, I do that all the time, guys. When I'm editing a video, I'll sit like this. I'll sit like this. If I could have a time lapse of me editing a video, it would just be like this the entire time, and I go all over the place. Okay. I often feel restless during long meetings, classes, or church. Yep, that's 100% true. 3 for 3 there. It's like I have a dynamo inside me. That's the second time they use dynamo. That's a good word. I'm going to start using dynamo more often. Okay, well, we're just going to go yes and move on because that one's true. Question 2. I feel the need to get up and move. Yeah, every 10 minutes I usually get up and walk around. I usually make little jump cuts in my videos because I just can't sit still that long. I tend to walk quickly. Oh, Here's another story, guys. This is story time. I hope you guys are enjoying this test, by the way, because you're learning a little bit about myself. A lot of you guys always tell me, Brandon, we want more vlogs. We want to know more about you. And this is actually a pretty cool test because not only are we finding out whether or not I have ADD, but you guys are learning a lot about me. I tend to walk quickly. So I was in a wedding, 3-4 weeks ago, something like that. And when we walked down the aisle, I was one of the groomsmen. When we were walking down the aisle, they said, walk as slow as possible. Because the bridesmaids all had really high heels on, so they couldn't walk fast. And it's supposed to be a nice, slow procession. Guys, when I got on that hallway, I boomed like a rocket. I still haven't seen the video, but I basically, like, ran into the guy in front of me. Anyone that was at the wedding, it was a big thing. When I was coming back, like, 7 people in the crowd were like, slow down, slow down. So, yeah, walking quickly is something. At work, someone once told me that they felt a breeze of wind when I walk by every time. Yeah, I'm a very fast walker. Sitting still and listening quietly is a challenge. Doing nothing is agitating. Yeah, I mean, we're 2 for 2 there. Wow, I really thought the first one I would get more than the second one, but so far I'm 2 for 2. Restless. My mind is always going. Falling asleep is difficult. Wow. Okay, this is like eye-opening to me because, guys, it takes me, like Sam, she can fall asleep in literally 2 minutes. She'll go in there. She's like, I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, I'll be in there real quickly. I just have to brush my teeth. I will go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, walk in the bedroom, and she is out like a light. And nothing will wake her up. I could throw a rock at her head and she won't wake up. Okay, that was such an absurd example, but you guys get the idea. If there's thunderstorms, she will sleep right through it. Me, on the other hand, I could be at peace. I could be in a spa. I could have just taken a warm bubble bath. It will still take me close to an hour to fall asleep because my mind is always running a mile a minute. I'm curious, always on to the next idea or interest, seeking novelty. I've had a lot of different jobs and or moved around more than most people. Now, that one's actually not true. That one's actually not true. I've had 2 jobs in my life, guys. In high school and college, I worked as a tennis coach. And after college, I've been an accountant and I've had the exact same jobs my whole life. But sometimes I get interested to move around a little bit, but no, that's actually one thing I don't do. Difficulty enjoying leisure activities quietly. I actually don't do any leisure activities anymore, guys. Ever since I started YouTube, now I basically have 2 full-time jobs. So I wake up in the morning. If you guys, I'm promoting another video, but I had the day in the life of the frustrated gamer. If you guys didn't see that, definitely check it out. But you guys saw my routine. I wake up at 6:29 every single morning. I hop on my computer for about an hour. I post my video. I write the description. I make the thumbnail. Then I go to work for about 8 to 10 hours. I have an hour commute each way, which drives me nuts. I guess that would be something. Commuting. Driving in a car, guys, is like someone taking a screwdriver and sticking it into my head. It kills me driving so long. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. There's the tangents. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm turning into like a psychologist breaking down my own thoughts. I don't think, like, it's saying small talk is boring. I love trying new things, and then I get bored. That one's true. That one's true. I will get super obsessed with things for, like, a month at a time. My mom always brings this up. I'll, like, get into cycling, right? Like, I bought a really nice road bike, and I get into cycling for a month, and I will ride my bike every single day for miles and miles and hours at a time. And then I'll go like a month and I don't even touch the bike. That's just one small example, but I do that a lot. Everybody thought that would be YouTube. When I first got into YouTube, my mom was like, you're going to be ultra focused for a month on YouTube and you're going to have a video every single day. And then you're going to move on to something else. That's one thing that I actually stayed focused on because I love it so much. YouTube is my passion. Question 5, always on the go and driven. Yeah, this is 100% me, guys. Even if I have like a little bit of stuff to do, I am ultra like, I gotta go. I can't eat dinner long because I'm getting behind on this and I'm getting behind on that. I am always driven. It often seems like I'm always on the go, driven by a motor until I crash. I get into one hobby after another. When something interests me, I am totally immersed, enthused, and wanting to know everything for a while. I'm more of a sprinter than a marathon runner. Well, everything they just said was true until the final line, and I think that's more of a metaphor, and I'm taking it literally, because I ran cross country. I'm a long distance runner. But no, that one's a yes. That one's definitely a yes. Question 6. I am talkative. Nah, that's definitely no. Let's move on. Okay, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, Anybody that has ever watched one of my videos, anybody that knows me personally, anyone that's ever been within a 1-mile radius, like my neighbors probably know, my neighbors over there, the people that live in the neighboring town, the people in Europe, because that's close enough to the United States of America. Everybody in the world knows that I'm talkative. I really don't even have to read it, but I just enjoy hearing it. I've always had lots to say. I tell great stories, but rarely learn any. Okay, I think that I tell great stories. I've already told a couple today, but a lot of my friends tell me that my stories are repetitive and boring, although that kind of works into my bad memory because I usually tell the same stories over and over again, but rarely learn anything about anyone else. Now, I don't know if that's true. I'm not a very good listener, but sometimes I hear people. Sometimes. If someone else tried to speak, I may get louder because I feel pressured to get it. Okay, that's another thing. In college, my roommates always told me to, quiet down. Why are you screaming? They would just be like, hey, Brandon, what are you doing today? Hey, guys, how you doing? And I'd be screaming. I don't know. I'm just a loud talker. I like to say that's my family. I come from an Italian background, guys. If I don't talk loud, no one listens to me. Like at the dinner table with my family, there's 25 of us there on Thanksgiving. If I don't say, hey, Uncle Rich, how's the football game going? If I just go, hey, Uncle Rich, how's the football game going? He's not going to hear me. He's going to keep talking as loud as I'm talking. Okay, I'm just gonna hit yes and move on. Blurting out. I am full of ideas. My mind is racing, and when I have to get it out, I have to get it out. This is true. I may seem rude, dominating. This is so true. People find me rude all the time at work or at the dinner table or at the lunch table. They say that I interrupt them all the time. It's not my fault, guys. I come up with an idea that I think is more interesting than whatever someone else is talking about, and I just blurt it out. They will be talking about the chicken franchise that they got at the lunch table, and all of a sudden, I will think about some great story that happened on the weekend, and I'll be like, hey, I got a great story, and everybody's just like, Marianne was just talking about the baked chicken, and you interrupted her. But my story's more inciting than the baked chicken. Waiting my turn is frustrating. Oh my gosh. Well, this plays into me sitting in traffic on my commutes to work. If I go to the DMV to get a new driver's license, I'm fidgeting. I'm going crazy. I'm trying to find the line that has the shortest line. The grocery store is another one. I hate when I'm at one of the cash registers and it gets backed up and I'm just sitting there my eggs are getting warm. I don't actually say that, but yeah, waiting my turn is terrible. I hate long lineups in stores, drive-through windows, or at the ATM. Slow traffic is frustrating. Wow. Okay, this is literally what I just said. It's like I read it, but I promise you I didn't. I hate waiting for other people. Small talk is boring. I get impatient. Just give me the highlights. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that. When I'm at work and I'm in the coffee room and some guy's like, yeah, the weather's really warm today, isn't it? Oh my gosh, somebody gouge my eyes out with a fork. I'm gonna go yes and move on. Hey, this is the last question. This has been so fun. Like I said, guys, if you're enjoying this, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscriber button, guys. Give me any ideas if you want to do more of these things. Not more ADD tests, but if there's other kind of vlogs or little online tests like this, let me know in the comments below because I'm really enjoying this and I hope you guys are too. Maybe all of you guys are falling asleep. This might be a good example of me thinking something's interesting when it's not. There I go again. Psychology Brandon over here is breaking his mental thoughts down. Interrupting and intruding on others. I tend to interrupt people or feel the need to add my 2 cents. I'll answer questions before the person is finished. I can be talkative and tend to dominate conversations because I'm enthusiastic and interested. Okay, yep, that's another yes. Answering questions before the person finished is a big one. Someone will start a question. I think I know where they're going and I just answer the question. Someone will be like, hey, Brandon, are you going? And I'm just like, yep. And I think that they're saying are you going to the party? And then they meant, are you going to, I don't know, murder small ants in an ant farm? Again, my examples are crazy. But yeah, I do that all the time. I get myself caught answering a question before they're done talking, and then my answer has nothing to do with what they were talking about. Yeah, we're gonna go yes. So what did I get here? I feel like I'm at oh my gosh! Oh no! I got 8 out of 9? Okay, I really thought that the first quiz that I would do, worse or better, depending on how you look at it. I thought I would get more of them, than this one. Oh my goodness. All right, here's the results. Oh, jeez, look at this guy. To join me for a live online session, click here. My goodness gracious. Okay, there I go getting distracted again, but that is, okay. Even someone without ADD or ADHD would get distracted by that face. Let me try to... Okay, that's crazy. Your answers suggest that you may have the combined subtype of ADHD. Those of us with this type of ADHD struggle with attention and distractibility. We may be forgetful, sensitive, distracted, or overwhelmed by hectic situations. Yeah, like when I'm sitting in traffic, or if I'm in like New York City, if I have to drive in Manhattan, oh my goodness, guys, I let Sam drive because she knows that I just can't handle all that traffic. As well, like a majority of people who do have ADHD, we also struggle with hyperactivity and impulsivity. I didn't even know that was a word. I just learned that impulsivity is a word. We may feel restless, talkative, impatient, and have strong emotions, but also driven by curious, creative, with lots on the go. Together, problems with attention, restlessness, and impulsivity make up the combined subtype of ADHD. Some people struggle with attention, but not hyperactivity or impulsivity. They may be quieter, daydreamers, often lost in thought. That's known as predominantly inattentive subtype. See, okay, when they describe it that way, now I realize I am more on the ADHD because I am loud, I am talkative, I do get distracted, and I do daydream, but I am by no means quiet. One thing I am gonna say, I really think this kind of personality, like I think if you looked at a lot of big YouTubers, I think a lot of them would have this ADHD because in my mind, this is the reason why I'm able to be so focused and so laser focused on YouTube and get a video out every single day and keep working to get better and better at YouTube because of how my mind works, guys. I try to move things that I'm not interested in out of my mind, and I am laser focused on certain things, guys. I've done the laser focus thing like 15,000 times in this video. But no, I really do think that this like ADHD personality, again, this is from totally ADD. I would need to go to a doctor to confirm whether or not this is true, but the fact that I had like 8 of the 9 kind of makes me think that it's probably true. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This was kind of fun. I mean, ADD, it's not something to joke around about. It's a serious thing. It's a disorder that a lot of people have, probably including me. If any of you guys have it though, don't get discouraged, guys. Look at me. I bounce off the walls. I get yelled at all the time. I am the most forgetful person in the world. But look, guys, I'm 27 years old. I think I have a fairly successful life for the most part, guys. I live a happy life. Maybe I can't fall asleep. Maybe I get distracted. Maybe I get mad in traffic or discouraged. But guys, live with it. Learn how to live your life because that's what I've done. Like I said, if you know you're forgetful, then take 15,000 unorganized notes so you remember things. Learn to live with it, guys. And everything's gonna be okay. I know a lot of times people struggle when they're young. When I was young in school, guys, my parents know, I always hated school. I couldn't focus on anything in school, and maybe this is why. Maybe I just went undiagnosed for years. Maybe things would have been easier if I was on medication. But guys, stay the course. This isn't something that's a life ruiner. This isn't something that you can never be normal again in your life, guys. I've lived a very normal life. And clearly I have something here. At least I have most of the symptoms of ADHD. Thank you guys all so much. I really hope you enjoyed this. I've said that a couple times, but this is actually something that I'd like to do more on my channel. I'd like to teach you guys more about myself and about my personal life. So again, give me more ideas. If you guys enjoyed it, smack that like button down low. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscriber button. We have a new video every single day. Thank you all so much for joining me for the ADT test, where we confirmed for once and all that the frustrated gamer has ADHD. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see all of you in the next video.